bookkeeper.
Hello and welcome back to the Mauldin High Broadcast Network. My name is Andrew Baxley and I am alongside Ben Coggins as the Mauldin Mavericks take on the Hillcrest Rams in the Golden Strip rivalry. And well, this is about as lopsided as this rivalry has ever been. Mauldin is 3-0 in region, winning every game by 20 plus, while Hillcrest has lost 4 of their last 5, including losing their last 4, all of their last 4 region games. Although Mauldin has clearly been the better team over the past couple of years, Hillcrest always seems to step up their game for this one. With the exception of the early matchup this year, one that Mauldin won 95-59 in the breakout game for Caleb Bird, this rivalry is generally pretty close. But on the bright side for Hillcrest, they do have 2 players that are pretty decent on this team. Sean Lindsay, who had 15, and Ryan Smith, who had 16 against Mauldin in the last game. This game should be as fun as most rivalries usually are, and you'll hear it all here. What are your thoughts on tonight's game?
Yeah, and you mentioned that this is as lopsided as this rivalry's ever been, and that's true. But it's a rivalry game. It doesn't matter how good one team is and how bad the other is. It's a rivalry game, so you know you're going to get the best performance out of both teams. And this is a well-coached Hillcrest team. It's always been well-coached. They just don't have the same talent. But Ryan Smith, Sean Lindsay, both great players. Expect a good game from Hillcrest tonight. Expect them to show their best. They want to spoil this homecoming game. But Mauldin, on that quest to a perfect region season, as you mentioned, have not won a region game by less than 20. They are 3-0, look absolutely dominant, but they've got to bring their best performance every night. This is still a strong region. There's still a lot of good players in this region. Fall asleep one night, and you're sitting there with an L. So Mauldin's got to stay focused, finish the job, keep the job going, and get the win here against Hillcrest.
Yeah, just a couple of notes on tonight's game. No Drake Downs, or we assume no Drake Downs. Downs, the leading rebounder.
Drake's not starting.
Well, it's yet to be determined. He's had some difficulties in the classroom. We won't go too in depth into that, but just keep an eye on that. Drake Downs is the leading scorer, the leading rebounder of this team. So a big miss. But remember last time, no James Hooker, our leader. And we handle business. So we'll see what happens this time. No Drake Downs, so that will mean Daniel Stratford in the starting lineup. Nick Williams moved to power forward.
Yeah, and Daniel, he's been struggling these past couple games. Didn't score against Blythewood, but he had a big finish, a big fourth quarter Tuesday night against Man. 7 points all in the fourth quarter, including hitting a 3. Hopefully that'll be big for his confidence and lead to another big performance tonight.
That is for sure a big rivalry game as always. Mauldin, the number 3 team in this class. One thing not related to tonight and this game is Florence County has canceled their winter sports season. So, I mean, what does that do for the rest of the state? Do we keep going? I mean, none of the teams in our region really have had serious problems with COVID, with the exception of T.O. Hanna the first week of the season. I think overall South Carolina has handled it really well. But we're going to take a quick break. We'll have the national anthem, the starting lineups, and then we will be back for tip-off of tonight's game. Back in a bit. I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. I really just did have a brain fart moment. We actually already had our national anthem. It was tonight is our homecoming night, so the boys here are all dressed up. So we had the national anthem actually before the homecoming ceremony. I completely forgot that, but we're just going to stay here, right here. We're going to have the starting lineups and tip off of this game. Hillcrest will go first. We already know their 5, but we'll read them off as they come.
Now for the starting lineup, first up for Hillcrest.
So
Isaiah Buckmeyer.
Here we go for Hillcrest. Their starters. So you got a senior guard. It's Isaiah Buckmeyer, number 1. You can see him on your screen right now. Next up, Sean Lindsay.
Number 11, Jeremy Bland.
Jeremy Bland.
Number 12, DJ Hillard. And number 24,
DJ Hillard. And then finally Ryan Smith. So it's Buckmeyer, Lindsay, Bland, Hillard, and Smith. A junior, a sophomore, and the rest are seniors. We assume Hilliard will be the quote-unquote power forward, but I mean, he really is a guard. He's just a big guard, but we'll see how that will play into the hands of Mauldin, who, of course, they're going with a big guard themselves. They got Nick Williams starting at power forward, and then for the Mauldin Mavericks, their starters.
Now, a couple seconds, will be right here.
Oh boy. Some technical difficulties in the stadium, as we've been having all night, delaying the starting lineups for the Mavericks.
And now we got the music going. So starting line for the Mauldin Mavericks, got Caleb Bird.
Number 2, Daniel Stratford.
Daniel Stratford.
Will Kieran with
Number 4,
Will Kieran with a little haircut there.
Jamison Tucker.
Number 3, Nick Williams.
Nick Williams.
And number 11, Jay Cooper.
And Jay Cooper. So that means James Tucker will be the fill-in small forward as Nick Williams moved to power forward. And then, of course, the 2 guards, Bird Stratford. Then the center, Jay Cooper. Just about ready to get underway here. As you can see, the Mauldin players in their huddle right now. If you're on YouTube, MixLR, sorry you can't see anything right now, but if you want to switch over to YouTube for the video aspect, you certainly can. It's Mauldin High Broadcast Network on YouTube. Make sure to follow our socials, MHBN 2021 on both Instagram and Twitter. Here we are, about ready to get underway. Hillcrest in the all-black, Mauldin in the all-white. It's Jay Cooper and Ryan Smith, the jumpers. 8 minutes on the clock. Ball is up. Ryan Smith tips it into the hands of Sean Lindsay. And we are underway. Sean Lindsay in the mask, by the way. Mask game for Sean Lindsay. He's being guarded by Caleb Bird. Here's Hilliard. Hilliard handing it off to Buckmeyer. Buckmeyer driving to his left. Passes it off to Lindsay. Lindsay steps back. Passes it back to Buckmeyer, who tries to step through the lane. And he is fouled by, I think it's going to be Tucker. It's Jamison Tucker who picks up the early foul.
And yeah, you want to be careful with these fouls early. Mauldin struggled with foul trouble against Blythewood, one of the main reasons that they fell so bigly, so large. But you got to be careful with these fouls early.
Inside pass for Lindsay. He'll back out. He'll going to go to the timeline just about and then pass it off to Buckmeyer. Here is Isaiah Buckmeyer with the ball. He'll cross over through his legs, trying to drive to the basket. A couple hands off, and it's now in the hands of Lindsay once again, who drives left. His fold off the glass, no good. Ryan Smith's put back is no good. Nick Williams almost corrals it, but then Sean Lindsay steals it right back. And a long early possession for the Hillcrest Rams. Here's Hilliard. Hilliard for Bland. Jeremy Bland driving left. He'll hand it out to Smith, who goes to work in the post. His right-handed hook is good off the glass. First 2 points of the game go to Ryan Smith. And Caleb Bird will bring the ball up for the Mavericks now right here in front of us. He's going to use a screen from Tucker. A double team comes from Hilliard. They switch it back on. Lindsay on Bird. Here's Cooper driving left. Cooper out for Stratford, who drives baseline, kicks out for Tucker. Tucker pump fakes, kicks out for Bird. Bird pump fakes. He drives to the basket. His floater is up, no good off the back of the rim. Tipped in the rebound. It will eventually fall to Nick Williams. Williams has to drive baseline. His shot's blocked by Ryan Smith. Out of bounds. Mauldin ball under their basket.
And just a sloppy possession there for Mauldin. And Nick Williams probably shouldn't have taken that shot at the end. Should have kept the ball alive, passed it around a little bit.
Tucker is the inbounder for the Mavericks. He's going to get it to Nick Williams in the post. Tucker in the corner. He's going to drive baseline. Kicks it out to Bird in the corner. Up top, Williams. He'll pull a three. It's no good. Cooper gets chased, and he cannot get there in time as he scrambles up the bleachers. It will be Hillcrest ball. 2-0, they lead. Mauldin coming up with the full court press here. Nick Williams on the ball. DJ Hilliard is the inbounder. Couple screens, and then we'll find Isaiah Buckmeyer who's trying to drive on Tucker. He crosses the timeline now, driving right, still got a hand, and he puts it off Tucker. No foul. Stolen away by Bird. Up ahead for Williams. Nick Williams cannot catch it cleanly. Stolen away by Bird, and a foul on, a travel on Hillcrest, I guess?
That travel's got to be on Hillcrest, doesn't it? Because it was blown before Bird got the ball.
And that mistake will draw a substitution from Coach McClain as Jadavian Young will check in for Nick Williams.
How is
that? Travel is actually on Mauldin.
No, it's on.
Or
How is it on Mauldin? It was blown before
It
Bird
is.
got
It
the
is
ball.
on Hillcrest, and
Okay,
Mauldin
that's what
has
I'm
the
saying.
ball. That was a really confusing call, I must say. Jadavian Young will be the inbounder for the Mavericks. 2-0 is the score. Hillcrest leads with 6:13 left first quarter. Sean Lindsay, he's a defender on the ball. Caleb Bird gets it off the inbound. Up top, Tucker. Tucker drives left, hands off for Stratford, who cannot catch it cleanly, but he has the ball now. He's going to draw a double team, and it will be ripped away by DJ Hilliard. He's going to try to start a transition bucket. It's 3-on-2. Here is Isaiah Buckmeyer back for Hilliard. Missed opportunity in transition there for Hillcrest. Here's Isaiah Buckmeyer driving left on Daniel Stratford. Buckmeyer trying to draw some contact. Stolen away by Tucker. And then a foul. That's going to be on Isaiah Buckmeyer, his first of the game. Just dove at the feet of Tucker, taking him out. 1-1 the early foul count. Go ahead, Ben.
So far, it's really just Hillcrest. Like I said, they're going to give it their all. They want to win this rivalry, spoil homecoming, and that's what they're showing right now.
Here's Caleb Bird on the ball. Bird driving right. He'll take a jumper. It's no good. Front of the rim. Rebounded. It's Sean Lindsay with the ball in the mask. In the corner, here's Hilliard. Ryan Smith going to work in the post. Blocked by Cooper. Rebounded by Cooper. Outlet pass to Stratford. Stratford driving to the basket. His layup is good. First points of the game go to Daniel Stratford for the Mauldin Mavericks. A tie game, and Jamison Tucker looks injured. He is the one on the floor right now. And they will bring out the trainers as Will Kieran readies himself to check in. 5:17 clock is stopped. 2-2 is the score.
I didn't see what happened, but the way he's kind of down, it looks like he may have hit his head on the floor.
Of course, Mauldin already shorthanded with the likely absence of Drake Downs. That would not be good if they also lose Tucker. He will slowly be helped to his feet, and he will walk off, favoring the left leg.
Hopefully this is minor. Hopefully it's just a little shiner. You can get back into the game not too long from now. But you never want to see these players go down. Especially in a game as big as this, and especially when he's the true leader of the team like Jamison Tucker is.
And Tucker will go straight back to the medical room for further evaluation by our trainer, Bree. Don't know her last name, so we're just going to call her Bree.
Everybody calls her Bree. That's what she goes by.
Inbound pass to Isaiah Buckmeyer. He's got the black tights with the white shoes. Number 1 here. He has ball in his right hand. Will Kieran, who checked in for Tucker, draws the assignment. Good defense there by Kieran. A fadeaway jump shot is pretty lucky that it fell in for Buckmeyer. 4-2 to score Hillcrest.
That was
Here's
great
Kieran.
defense there from Will Kieran, and not much you can do about it.
Up top, Cooper. He is going to pass it eventually in the corner at Stratford, and he's going to knock that down. Daniel Stratford, the first 5 points for the Mavericks, and that's a good sign. Full court press once again for the Mavericks.
You can kind of see a smile from Daniel Stratford there. He knows he's got it again.
Driving and a double team, really almost a triple team, eventually broken away by Jeremy Bland. He's trying to go to work in the post. Is that a backcourt violation? I didn't see who touched it last, and it is a backcourt violation. It will be Mauldin ball, a forced turnover. And that is the opposite of what Hillcrest wants to do as David Klopper checks into the game. They're going to want to take some time off the clock. They're going to want to run 30, 40 seconds and then get their shot. That's going to be their best chance tonight. Jadavian Young will be the inbounder under his basket. Young in the corner. Here's Stratford. Up top, Kieran. Now here's Caleb Bird. Now Will Kieran almost at midcourt. Back to Caleb Bird. They call the 50 play. Caleb Bird driving. He's going to pass it to Kieran. Kieran to the basket. His folder is up. No good off the backboard. Too strong. Rebounded by Jeremy Bland of Hillcrest. Up top here is Smith. Smith going to take a pull-up in the mouth. No good. Here is Daniel Stratford. He gets the rebound. Jadavian Young to the basket. His layup. Some contact. No foul. Actually, there is a foul. He missed the layup, but he will shoot 2 free throws.
That's what you like to see from your players. I mean, Young missed the layup there. Got some contact, drew the foul. He'll get 2 shots at the line, but he's still frustrated. He knew he should have made that, and that's the kind of frustration you love to see.
And 2 personal fouls on Isaiah Buckmeyer, so he might have to take a seat. 3:57 is where the clock is stopped right now. Jadavian Young, a senior forward, will shoot 2 free throws. First free throw is up, and it's good. Of course, Jadavian Young, a part of that infamous middle school team where you had Justin Amati, John Butler, A.J. Allen's back, one of the best middle school teams. If you go in terms of recruiting and where they're playing at right now, that was a super talented middle school team. Jadavian Young will have a second free throw.
Hillcrest Middle?
It was Hillcrest Middle. Second one is no good. Rebounded by Ryan Smith. Almost stolen away by Young, but it will be a forced turnover.
And that's just good play there from Mauldin. Good defense. As soon as they got the ball, the rebounder kind of froze and Mauldin pressured him.
Caleb Bird off the inbound. This 3 is no good. Rebounded by Jeremy Bland. Isaiah Buckmeyer still in the game with the 2 personal fouls. He has the ball now driving to the basket. It was blocked by Bird, but he got his own rebound. Blocked again by Bird. Rebounded by Stratford. Stratford driving near baseline. Here he is in the corner. Kieran, he'll pull a contested 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Bird. A nice rebound by Bird. Putback's no good. A scramble for the ball. I think we're going to have a jump ball. We will. Score is 6-4. And the possession arrow will mean the ball will stay with Mauldin. It was Cooper and Smith tied up, and that will be a physical battle to watch for all night long.
That's just 2 big guys going at it right there, trying to get that ball, and leads to the jump ball.
Young, the inbounder once again. Here is Kieran up top. Will Kieran in the post. Here's Cooper trying to go to work on Smith. Turns to the left hand. It's no good. Rebounded by Klopper. A forward pass for Smith, who drives to the basket. He will be fouled by Jay Cooper. First personal foul on James Cooper, and the second team foul on the Mauldin Mavericks. Ryan Smith will shoot 2 free throws. I'm not so sure that was a shooting foul. I thought that was on the floor. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, that looked like it was on the floor to me.
And so as a result of the Drake Downs absence tonight, Carter Taylor will get some minutes here. He's usually one in garbage time, but this is not garbage time at all. 6-5 is a score, pending another free throw from Smith, which is good. He goes 2 of 2 from the line. Carter Taylor checked in for Jay Cooper.
Surprised that it's Carter Taylor instead of Reddick Owens.
You might be familiar with the last name Taylor. You might remember Bronson Taylor, former center for the Mauldin Mavericks. Played 2 years on the varsity team. Here's Will Kieran with the ball for Jadavian Young. Young going to drive to the basket. Outside, Stratford in the corner. He'll drive baseline as well. Jadavian Young for Kieran. Stratford in the corner. He'll pull a 3. No, and it's good. I couldn't see. I thought it was no good because the referee was standing right in front of me. But Daniel Stratford has 8. Already more than his last 2 games combined. Already more than his season average. Almost stolen by Kieran. This press is doing wonders. But an amazing Euro step layup by Isaiah Buckmeyer will break the press and bring Hillcrest back to within 1. Caleb Bird here for Young. Young back for Will Kieran. Here's Daniel Stratford. A heat check for him. And he's feeling himself. 11 points for Daniel Stratford. 3 threes and a 2.
This is the definition of a needed performance from Daniel Stratford.
DeAndre Graham hands it off to Bland. Bland for Buckmeyer, who didn't control it cleanly. A double team here for the Mavericks. And a jump ball. It will be Hillcrest possession. However, Nick Williams will check in for Jadavian Young. And DJ Hilliard and Sean Lindsay will check in for Hillcrest. Isaiah Buckmeyer and Jeremy Bland will take a seat. The inbounder is DeAndre Graham. David Klopper will try to post up. Here's Zaire Ivory back out top for Klopper. His 3's airballed. And a scramble for a rebound. Coach McLean's asking for a push. but Daniel Stratford stepped out of bounds as he was trying to save it, and Coach McLean is not very happy. I think that's going to be a warning on him. And a conversation for the 3 referees and a talking to from the main referee. And that will be a warning for Coach Adam McLean. Hands in his pockets. It's not the usual hands on hips with his back slanted. But, I mean, you can still tell that he is really mad. Hilliard is the inbounder. Cropper will get the inbound pass. Nick Williams is playing him super tight. Here is Sean Lindsay. Sean Lindsay in the mask. He's going to try to drive on Caleb Bird. He'll post up and spin back up top. He's at the 3-point line. A size mismatch is Zaire Ivory and Carter Taylor, but they won't get the ball to Ivy. David Cropper is driving. He's going to shoot a fader. It's no good. Rebounded by Stratford up for Williams. Williams to the basket. It's tipped away. Some good defense by Sean Lindsay, but it will be Mauldin ball under their own basket. Clock stopped at 1:27 with scores 12-8 in the first quarter. Nick Williams will be the inbounder. David Cropper has his hands up. Williams slaps the ball and throws it up top for Kieran. Here's Caleb Bird. Bird driving left, trying to get to the basket. He's fouled. Shot's no good, but he'll shoot 2 free throws. We'll see who the foul's on. It is on number 40. That's Zaire Ivy. His first and the third on Hillcrest.
Jamison Tucker jogging back from the trainer's room. He's, walking on the leg just fine. Gets back on the bench. Expect to see him back in the game soon.
First free throw is good by Caleb Bird. His first points of the night. So far, Mauldin 2 of 3 from the line tonight. Jadavian Young checks on for Daniel Stratford as Caleb Bird makes his second. He has 2 on the game. DJ Hilliard will bring the ball up here from the Hillcrest Rams. He's being guarded by Jadavian Young, who just checked into the game. Hilliard driving right, trying to get to the basket. There was some good defense by Carter Taylor, rebounded by Caleb Bird. Bird in a 3-on-2, all the way to the basket. Euro step to the right. I think he got away with the travel, but his layup was good. Score is now 16-8, under a minute left. More for court press. Zaire Ivy has it now. In the corner here is Sean Lindsay. He'll shoot a contested 3 from the corner. It's no good. And it might be a push in the back on Kieran. It will be a push in the back foul on Will Kieran, his first of the game, and the third team foul on the Mauldin Mavericks. Stephen Dyer and Ryan Smith will check into the game. DeAndre Graham and Zaire Ivory will check out. Jay Cooper also ready. Carter Taylor. Some good minutes there from Carter Taylor. That will be important over the down the stretch of this year and potentially next year as well. The inbound pass goes to Smith. He shoots it in the air when he caught it, and he made it. Ryan Smith has all of Hillcrest's points. Jay Cooper gets the lead pass, and his layup is good. His first point of the game. That was a nice pass by Nick Williams. It was almost stolen away by Caleb Bird. He was a low man press right there.
And, that was Jay Cooper's trademark game right there. Just use his strength to get the free lane to the rim and easy layup.
Well, now it's his trademark. Last year was definitely not his trademark because
last
since he
year
put
was
on the 40 pounds.
Last year was stretching the floor.
For sure. Here in the corner is Stephen Dyer. He's trying to drive right, kicks up top. Swung it around. David Cropper will pull a 3. It's no good off the backboard. Rebounded by Caleb Bird. 15 left. Caleb Bird has it. Crosses over. Another crossover. Good defense by Lindsay to the hands of Young with 10 left. In the post here is Cooper. Cooper for Young. He'll pull a 3. And it's good. Jadavian Young has 4 on the game. 2 seconds left. A half-court heave at the buzzer. No good. It was Sean Lindsay who shot it.
Sean Lindsay did a little bit of acrobatics there, flying through the air and hit the ground hard. Don't know what happened.
And at the end of the first quarter, a really high-scoring first quarter, which is not something we've seen a lot from the Mauldin Mavericks this year. It is 21-10. And if you're good at math, you would know that means they're on track for 84 points.
Love to see that.
Ryan Smith, the game's leading. He's actually not the game's leading scorer. He has 8. Isaiah Buckmeyer has 2 for Hillcrest. But the game's leading scorer is, in fact, Daniel Stratford of the Mauldin Mavericks. He has 11. And then also for the Mauldin Mavericks, Caleb Bird has 4. Jay Cooper has 2. And Jadavian Young has 4.
And yeah, I mentioned it a few times tonight. I mean, that's huge for Mauldin on several levels. But I mean, not just this game, but I mean, Daniel Stratford's been struggling. He had 13 against Legacy, but before that, I mean, nothing against Blythewood and nothing against Hillcrest.
He's been a really streaky scorer. He has 11, he has 17, he has 13 in the game, but he also has
two
twos, two zeros, and just a 3. So it's good to see him.
But the big 7-point fourth quarter against Man, and then this first 11-point first quarter against Hillcrest, he might just have it back, and that'd be huge for the Mavericks.
I agree. We're back on the way here. Daniel Stratford has it once again. He'll pull a 3. No good. His first miss of the night. It's rebounded by Dyer. Dyer steps through. He will be fouled. I believe that will be on Stratford. It is on Daniel Stratford, his first of the game, and the 4th foul of the half on the Mauldin Mavericks. The inbounder is Hilliard. He'll give it off to Lindsay. And we are back on the way here. Jamison Tucker looks ready to check back into the game with the next dead ball. You can see him at his scorer's table if you're on YouTube. The double team comes from Young, an intelligent steal from Janavian. He's going to go to the basket. His layup is good. A really, really smart play by Janavian Young. I don't know if Coach McClain drew that up in practice or if that was just a play by Janavian Young on his own, but either way, great defense by the Mauldin Mavericks. DJ Hilliard has it now. Up top is Buckmeyer. Will Kieran will draw the count. In the post is Ryan Smith. He'll shoot a fader. It's no good. Rebounded by Cooper. Here's Kieran. Kieran for Young. Young trying to drive once again. A nice pass to Nick Williams in the corner. Williams elects not to shoot. Here's Stratford on the swing. Jadavian Young driving to the basket. His reverse layup is no good, but he gets his own rebound. Goes back up. No good once again. Rebounded by Ryan Smith. A really athletic layup sadly did not get enough glide to the other side of the basket in a lot of English, which is not a good combination.
And big news for Mauldin, Jamison Tucker and the Bay ready to check in for the Mavericks.
Caleb Bird also there. A really nice spin, but the shot's no good by Sean Lindsay. Young gets it from Cooper, who got the rebound. Jadavian Young, couple behind the back dribbles. He's trying to drive on Lindsay. A nice pass and more nice passing, but Nick Williams couldn't control it easily. And Isaiah Buckmeyer came up with the steal. Here's Hilliard for Jeremy Bland driving to the basket. Will Kieran got up and affected the shot, but Bland got his own rebound. Ryan Smith, top of the key, will pull a 3. No good. Rebounded by Cooper. Cooper passed it to Young, and a timeout called by Coach Adam McClain to the Mauldin Mavericks. 6:01 is where the clock is stopped. 23-10 is the score. And that means at the dead ball, Zaire Ivey, Jameson Tucker, and Caleb Bird will all check in.
And something I really like to see there, Drake Downs, even though he hasn't featured yet tonight, obviously the main punishment was taking away his starting job. There's a solid chance he doesn't play at all tonight, but he's still out there. He came all the way out to half court to greet his teammates coming to the timeout huddle. He's not sitting there pouting on the bench. He's supporting his teammates, and that's big to see.
That's a sign of a good teammate and a sign of team chemistry that has been improving. That's really been the issue over the last 2 seasons with these Mauldin Mavericks, is players not taking responsibility, players not playing well together. But if Drake Downs is any indication to the attitude around this team, that is a very strong sign for the future of the Mauldin Mavericks. Of course, he will really be our leader next year along with Caleb Bird. Speaking of, here's Bird. His pass will find Young, who will pull a 3 right in front of it. It's no good. A strong rebound by Caleb Bird. He'll go to work in the post. Still working on Buckmeyer. A pump fake, he goes up. Should have been a foul. No call. Rebounded by Cooper. Up top, Young. Here's Williams. Williams across over to the basket, and he's fouled. A reach-in foul. Might be on Bland. It is on Jeremy Bland, his first of the game, and the 14th foul on the Hillcrest Rams. Young will be the inbounder. Here is Tucker. Couple jab steps, and he drives, gets the ball back in the corner for Young. Jadavian Young, jab step himself. Cooper has position in the post if they can get it to him, but they don't. Caleb Bird has it now. Here's Williams. Tucker in the corner. He's trying to find Cooper. He's really looking for Cooper. A nice pass and a couple swings. Jadavian Young will pull a wide open 3. It's a putback slam by Nick Williams. Clip that one, ladies and gentlemen. He took flight. 25-10, 5 minutes left, second quarter. We'll write down 30 minutes because that's when that happened on our YouTube broadcast. Good defense once again. A scramble for the ball. Tucker has it. Up ahead for Bird. Bird, can he get up? And we'll count it as a dunk. We'll count it as a dunk. But Caleb Bird does have 2 more points, as well as Nick Williams on the previous possession. Good defense once again for the Mavericks, and they continue to add on to their biggest lead of the night. It's 27-10.
Yeah, I mean, just great defense from the Mavericks. But, I mean, Mauldin, even though they had a big lead, they just kind of seemed drowsy tonight, just kind of going through the motions. With that Nick Williams dunk, you felt the bench come alive. You felt the gym come alive. And then the next possession, Jamison Tucker with the hustle to force that ball away, get the steal, and then a great pass to find Caleb Bird. And Caleb Bird went for the dunk. You can't blame him. But let's take the layup, though.
You mentioned the drowsiness of the Mavericks. You are right that it is drowsy, but it is still a huge step up from what it's been the past 3 games, really.
Ready to make his first appearance of the night.
Count the Blythewood, the Man, and then was it Woodmont ahead of that? They were all super sluggish, especially in the first half, but still not what Mauldin is capable of, but a huge step up. Reddick Owens, as Ben said, checks into the game. Mauldin going a little bit small. Hillcrest a little small as well. They did not have a Ryan Smith into the game. Good defense once again for the Mavericks. Call for travel, no call. Tipped out of play by Jamison Tucker. It will be Hillcrest ball. 4:35 is where the clock is stopped. Go ahead, Ben.
Mauldin, one of the best conditioned teams in the state. I mean, they obviously showed on with their offensive tempo, but showing it again with this press. I mean, it's so hard for Hillcrest to handle.
Especially with only one true ball handler into the game. DJ Hilliard will have a shot rejected by Nick Williams out of bounds. Shout out to Peyton Myers and North Hills Automotive. They both say go Mavs. We say go Mavs as well. The inbounder will be Hilliard. Nick Williams, the man on defense on the ball. Nick Williams is jumping around, trying to cause some confusion. In the corner, Buckmeyer will pull a 3. It's good. Isaiah Buckmeyer has 3 points, and he turns around and says something to the Mauldin bench. Not something you see often when you're down by 14. Here is Tucker, swings it around for Caleb Bird. He'll use a screen from Jadavian Young, tries to split it, and that really wasn't the best decision. And a timeout is called. That was good work by Jeremy Bland on the floor. He got the steal. But if you're Caleb Bird right there, that was just not enough room to try to split. It's the good decision sometimes to split, but when they hedge it that well, it's really hard to split.
Yeah, and I mean, Mauldin such a dominant first quarter. They got off to a 6th run that was ended by Isaiah Buckmeyer's 3 right there. But again, I mean, just like I said, even then, I mean, that dunk from Nick Williams just brought this team alive. It feels like they're just not playing through the motions anymore. And you know what? This team just going through the motions can beat a lot of teams in this state. But I mean, this team is just so exciting to watch when they come alive and truly reach their full potential.
Into the game for the first time tonight is Kamari Spurgeon. The 5 on the floor for the Mavericks is Tucker, Kirian, Bird, Williams, and Owens. Jadavian Young takes a seat. Nick Williams comes with a double team. It's not successful as Hilliard breaks it, but more double team. It's really a 3-2 press from the Mavericks. A weird shot by Ivy. It's rebounded by Owens. Caleb Bird has it now for the Mavericks. Here's Williams in the corner. Owens, Bird, Kirian, Tucker. Good ball movement by the Mavericks. Kirian has Ivy on skates. He'll call for an ISO.
Yeah, it's a big mismatch for Will Kirian.
Driving left to the basket. Good move by Will Kirian. He has 2 points. Super smart play once again by the Mavericks. This time it's Will Kirian. Seeing the mismatch, calling for the ISO, and converting. More double team. Almost stolen by Nick Williams. Here is Hilliard going up. He's blocked by Owens, but a foul called on Reddick Owens, his first.
Yeah, and Reddick Owens didn't feel he fouled there, but looked like he fouled there to me. Kind of went over the back, probably caught some shoulder before he got the ball, but I mean, just a super smart play by Will Kirian to go ahead.
First free throw no good by Hilliard.
But a smart play on the offensive end by Will Kirian and the team as a whole to get Ivory on Will Kirian, and Ivory just no chance right there. Will Kirian too fast for him and got an easy layup at the hoop.
And this is something that you can do with this lineup. Of course, Bird, Tucker, and Kieran all shooters. So you can always call an ISO for one of them. And I mean, the second free throw missed by Hilliard. Nick Williams has a double team comes, and Williams will break it. Caleb Bird, Reddick Owens will go up. He didn't catch it cleanly, but he did get 2 points, which is all that matters in the end. His first 2 points of the night. It's 31-13. Buckmeyer has it. He crosses the timeline. Now he's being guarded by Will Kieran. Jay Cooper ready to check into the game. Buckmeyer to Smith. Smith goes up and 1. I believe that foul will be on Caleb Bird. You can count that basket. It's actually on Reddick Owens, his second. The only person with 2 fouls, and we assume that's who Jay Cooper will check in for. Ryan Smith now has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And Jay Cooper will check in for Reddick Owens. We have not seen as much from Daniel Strafford in this quarter. I think he started the quarter, but since then he really hasn't played that much. Free throw missed by Ryan Smith. Tucker has it now for the Mavericks after a Cooper rebound. Tucker driving to the basket. He'll go up. He's fouled. Shot's no good, but he'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, I mean that's what we mean when we say Mauldin is just such a better conditioned team than Hillcrest. I mean they just not only are they faster, but they're going to be able to do this for 4 quarters, just getting to the other end. I mean at twice the speed of Hillcrest.
It was. That foul was on Ryan Smith, his first. Did Jameson miss that one?
He did.
Okay, that's what I thought. No points tonight for James Tucker. Of course, he did miss a couple minutes with the injury scare, but he looks to be all right now. Second free throw was up, and also no good. And it looked like he was out of bounds, but in fact, a good rebound there by Sky Gray. What a cool name, Sky Gray. Isaiah Buckmeyer now has it for the Mavericks. Good defense by Tucker. He's almost picks the pocket and eventually fouls. His second personal foul on Mr. Tucker. And that means Hillcrest will shoot 1-on-1 free throws. Oh, they actually will not. Excuse me. I was 1 ahead. They do need 1 more foul to get. Here's Isaiah Buckmeyer. He'll pull a mid-range jumper. It's rebounded by Tucker for Williams. Williams to the basket. His jelly layup is good. Super athletic move right there by Nick Williams. He has 4 in the game. Driving to the basket is Spurgeon. He'll hand out to Smith. Smith is blocked by Caleb Bird.
And, I mean, that's just such good defense by Mauldin. They get exposed down the middle, but Bird does a really good job of coming from behind and Jay Cooper facing him up, and 2 people blocking the shot at one time. That's impressive.
Tucker checks out. Young checks in. The 5 on the floor for the Mavericks is Williams, Bird, Cooper, Kieran, and Jadavian Young. 2:03 where the clock is stopped. Score is 33-15. The inbound pass will go to Sean Lindsay. Daniel Strafford's waiting to check back into the game. Kieran draws the count. Crossover move from Lindsay, and the shot is good. And he will say something to the Mauldin bench after the Sham God 3. And that was Sean Lindsay's first points of the game. Pass slipped out of play. It will be Mauldin ball. Will Kieran checks out. Daniel Strafford checks in. Pass was almost stolen away, but Daniel Strafford has it now for the Mavericks. Cooper going to work in the post. His right-handed hook. He's fouled. It's no good, but he'll shoot 2 free throws. That might be a second foul on Ryan Smith. It is. Cooper will shoot 2 free throws.
And, I mean, Jay Cooper, not only is he a good scorer, but when you get the ball down low to him, he's so much bigger than everybody else, at least on Hillcrest's team. But a lot of the teams Mauldin plays, he's so much bigger that he drags 2 or 3 guys to come help him, and that allows him to kick out and gets Mauldin a lot of easy threes.
First free throw was no good by Jay Cooper. He'll have another one. It is good off the back of the rim. Scores 34-18. DeAndre Graham has it now for Hillcrest. Young has him full court. Bird comes with the press. Bird tips it, but it goes right back to DeAndre Graham. In the corner, pulling a 3 is Sky Gray, and they'll switch that one home. Jadavian Young now has it. Here's Williams in the corner. Back out for Young. He'll use a screen from Stratford. Caleb Bird on the wing. Going to work in the post is Cooper. Kick it out for Stratford. In the corner, Williams. Back Stratford. Back to Cooper. Cooper going to work once again. Left-handed hook is off the glass and good.
And that's what I mean. I mean, it got shut off right there. Two guys came down to help Jay Cooper. He could have kicked that out, but he took the shot instead.
Ryan Smith missed a dunk. He got his own rebound, went up for 2 points. That should have been an offensive foul. He used his elbow, and that's a technical foul on Coach McLean. A missed offensive foul called on Ryan Smith, and that will be a technical foul on Coach McLean. He already got his warning, and Sean Lindsay will be the shooter of the 2 free throws.
Well,
and he throws his gun to the trash can.
McLean averages about, I want to get a stat. He probably averages about a half a tech a game.
No, it can't be. It's not that
over.
many. No, it's not that many. It's probably like 2 or 3 tenths of a tech every game, but that's still a lot. Timeout called by Mauldin, I believe.
And we mentioned it against Blythewood. I mean, sometimes it gets this Mauldin team fired up, and they come out as a new monster. Sometimes it doesn't do much. Sometimes it's just a tech. But we're about to find out if Mauldin comes out and just completely puts Hillcrest in the ground. I mean, McLean's mad. What if he just, puts Drake in the game? I mean, they Hillcrest their own grade. Not happening yet, but what McLean said to us, he might not play at all. So there is a chance Drake Downs finds himself on the floor.
Another free throw is coming for Sean Lindsay. He made the first one, and the second one is up, and it is also good. And because it was a technical foul, Hillcrest will also get the ball. So Hillcrest can get, if they make a 2 here, they can get 6 points in 1 possession. That would be a great way to cut into a lead. Buckmeyer has it now. Mauldin coming with the defense. Chance from the bench. Buckmeyer ISOs on Stratford. Getting to the basket. Good defense. But a rebound by Smith. He'll go up. He is fouled. Shot's no good. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That is the second foul on Jay Cooper.
And McLean just sat right down. He wanted to say something, but he knows he can't get himself thrown out the game. That's just I'm not saying that wasn't a foul, but that was a weak call right there.
First free throw, no good by Ryan Smith. He is 2 of 4 from the line tonight. We'll have another one here. Second one is, however, good. He goes 1 of 2 from the line.
And the second free throw was good, but just, again, alluding to the tempo of this Mauldin team.
Yes.
Hillcrest pulls all their players back, just guarding against that fast break.
Here is Caleb Bird. 15 seconds left in the first half. Mauldin will hold for a reach-in foul there on Sky Gray. Mauldin will be in the 1-and-1. That was actually I do kind of like that foul by Hillcrest right there. They wanted to get extra possession, and if Caleb Bird will miss one, it will turn out to be an even better foul. Sky Gray picked up his first right there. Caleb Bird, 1-and-1. It is good. The first one is good, so he'll get a second one. Clock stopped at 13.5. The score is 37-26. Caleb Bird's second free throw is up, and it is good as well. And
gonna call a lane
some type of call.
Or push.
They're going to get a foul called. Was that on Isaiah Buckmeyer?
It was on number 10 for Hillcrest. That was on DeAndre
Graham. Or was it?
Some kind of push.
Maybe it was on Jay.
So they're going to get 1-and-1 free throws again, I believe.
So I guess give a foul to DeAndre Graham.
Yeah,
That's his first.
pushing the back on Nick Williams from DeAndre Graham. So Nick Williams is going to get 1-1 free throws now.
So Mauldin can get 4 points in possession if Nick Williams can go 2 of 2 from the line. His first one is up, and it's no good. Almost rebounded. Stolen away by Bird. Bird goes to the basket. His layup's no good. And then over the back, or a jump ball, excuse me. Caleb Bird really needs to make that, though.
2 players went down there for Hillcrest, and thankfully they both get back up quickly. But that was scary. Two players went down back to back.
Reddick Owens checks in for Jay Cooper. Hillcrest has the ball because of possession error with 7.7 seconds left. Full court press from the Mavericks. Jeremy Bland also checks in. Sean Lindsay takes a seat.
Sean Lindsay going to check off there after hitting the ground hard.
The
Trey
inbounder
wants
is
to look at
Gray. Gray to Bland. Bland for Buckmeyer with 4. Stolen by Owens with 2. Owens at the buzzer. Almost in.
That was painful.
Caleb Bird was asking for the pass there, but Owens said no chance. At its halftime, though, 38-26 is the score. Mauldin leads. Leading scores at the half. I'll let Ben talk as I tally up the scores. Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, and I mean, just a great first half there for Mauldin. And like I kind of alluded to a couple of times there, it really started with that putback slam from Nick Williams. I mean, Mauldin was just going through the motions. Hillcrest was kind of finding their way back into the game with some good play from Sean Lindsay. But that putback slam from Nick Williams just brought this whole, not just this whole gym alive, but that Mauldin bench and the Mauldin and the guys on the floor themselves. And then the next possession, Caleb Bird almost gets a dunk. Hillcrest called a good timeout and kind of slowed it back down. But Mauldin, I mean, they're alive right now. This is not a team just going through the motions like we've been seeing these past couple weeks.
So leading scorers at halftime, Daniel Stratford has 11. Nick Williams has 4. Caleb Bird has 8. Jay Cooper has 5. Will Kearing has 2. Jadavian Young has 6. And Reddick Owens has 2 for Mauldin. We'll switch over to Hillcrest. Isaiah Buckmeyer has 5. Sky Gray has 3. Sean Lindsay has 5. And Ryan Smith has 13. So that will do it for the first half. We'll be back in about 7 minutes for Gilder Search Group halftime report, and then the second half. Hello, welcome back to the Mauldin High School Broadcast Network. About 30 seconds left until the start of the second half. Hillcrest is yet to come out on the floor. Mauldin is on the floor. Shout out to the man. He says, "Hey, Ben and Andrew, how's it going?" Going pretty good. How's it going with you, Ben?
Hey, got a 12-point lead. I mean, can't complain. Quick note: Hillcrest might not beat the timer here. They might get a tag for not being on the floor.
I think they barely beat it.
I think the refs are going to give them some forgiveness, but if isn't the rule if they're not back out on the floor when that buzzer sounds, they get a tag?
I don't know, but all I know is Steven Dyer was on the floor, so if you only need one man on it, they got it. Ready to start off the second half. Mauldin has the ball, and they're all white uniforms with the orange letters and numbers. Hillcrest in the all black with red numbers and pretty much a solid black number with the red outline. Here is Caleb Bird driving to the basket. He's going to spin, and he gets called for a travel. Here's Isaiah Buckmeyer. He's going to try to post up Bird. Bird tried to rip it. Hilliard got away with the carry as he spun. Here is Smith in the post. Good defense by Jay Cooper. Shots no good. Rebounded by Tucker. And a foul on Sky Gray. His second.
And that was a really good defensive play by Jay Cooper, just using that size advantage. He's got 4 or 5 inches on Ryan Smith. Just go
4 or
straight
5
up.
might be generous.
I'm gonna be generous because Coach
I'll
is
say 2.
generous with his height on the roster.
Well, true, but I mean, if you look at him right now, they're not that far away.
There's definitely a size advantage and weight advantage for Coop.
Definitely a weight advantage.
And he uses it there, going straight up and just making that shot tough for Ryan Smith.
Here's Caleb Bird driving baseline. Good defense by Jeremy Bland. Daniel Stratford straight away 3, no good. Rebounded by Cooper. Cooper saved it to Williams, but Williams dribbled it out of bounds. Hillcrest ball.
And one thing I've kind of been noticing, you've been seeing throughout the game a lot of shots from Hillcrest just being wild. I mean, Mauldin just a much more composed offense. I mean, those are the little differences that lead to being such a better team in terms of Mauldin Hillcrest.
Jeremy Bland driving left in the corner. Gray. Sky Gray had it ripped by Tucker. Ahead for Williams. Williams will take flight, and a 2-hand slam is good. Nick Williams. 40-26 is the score. Spinning to the left is Bland. In the corner, here's Buckmeyer. He'll pull a 3 with the hand in his face. It's no good. Rebounded by Williams. Williams breaks the initial press ahead for Tucker. Tucker, but it had stolen by Jeremy Bland. Ahead for Gray. Gray for Smith. Smith had it blocked by Williams.
Great
Good effort by
defense
Nick
from
Williams. Here's Stratford. Stratford is fouled. He had a chance for an alley-oop right there to Tucker, but instead went up for a layup. He was fouled, and that is on Jeremy Bland, his second of the game, and the second foul early in this half by Hillcrest.
Yeah, and I mean, Daniel Stratford, I mean, he's a really conservative player. He doesn't, I mean, really the most aggressive thing we've seen him do is take that deep 3 when he was wide open earlier. He's a conservative player. He likes getting the easy points. I mean, a lot of other players would have lobbed that to Jamison, but not Daniel Stratford. He's going to go for the layup all day.
Second free throw is good by Daniel Stratford. Here's Hilliard. Hilliard driving right. Good defense again by Williams. Here's Jeremy Bland driving left. Pushes off, and good call by the referee right in front of us. Jeremy Bland now has 3 in the game. He used his right hand to push away Caleb Bird, which gave him an easy shot that he made, but because of the foul, it did not count. 3 on Bland will stay in the game. Here's Tucker. Tucker driving right. His floater is up. It's no good. Rebounded by Cooper. Cooper spun. He goes up. He's fouled. Shots no good. They'll shoot 2 free throws. That might be a third on Ryan Smith. I couldn't see who that was on. Is it on Smith? I think it's on Ryan Smith. He has 3. So 2 players with 3 fouls, 1 player with 2 for Hillcrest. And Jay Cooper will shoot 2 free throws. Already 14 fouls on Hillcrest in this half, 0 on Mauldin. First free throw is good by Jay Cooper. He has 6 in the game now. Second free throw is good as well by Jay Cooper. Lone full court press from Caleb Bird. It's Hilliard on Williams. Trying to post up Cooper is Smith. He gets the ball now. Cooper will be fouled. Excuse me, Smith will be fouled by Cooper. Jay Cooper will have 3 if it's on him. It is confirmed on Jay Cooper and his 3rd. The inbounder is Hilliard. Into the post for Bland. Bland goes up. He's fouled. Shot's no good. That one will be on Caleb Bird. And Drake Downs. Here he is. Question marks on whether or not he'd play. But it looks like he's going to play.
I mean, kind of what I mentioned earlier. He didn't sit on the bench pouting. He was out there celebrating with his teammates. He really showed the right things, through that half, and now he's going to get the check into the game.
First free throw good by Jeremy Bland. And Drake Downs checked in for the man with 3 fouls, Jay Cooper. Second one also good by Jeremy Bland. He has 2. Jameson Tucker has it. In the corner, Bird, he'll pull a 3 right away. It's no good. Rebounded by Williams. He'll go up. Shots blocked by Smith. And a foul. A late foul called on Ryan Smith, and that might be his 4th. It is on Ryan Smith. And so Zaire Ivy will get some more minutes after this first shot of 2 from Nick Williams. Will Kirian also wait and check into the game? First shot is good by Nick Williams. He has 5 on the game. And Jadavian Young will also check in. Daniel Stratford, James Tucker take a seat. So for Hillcrest, it's Hilliard, Klopper, Ivy, Buckmeyer, and Bland. For Mauldin, it's Kirian, Bird, Williams, Downs, and Young. Nick Williams' second free throw is up and good. He now has 6. 2 of 2 from the line. It's going to be 2 of 3 from the line. Williams gets a steal. It goes up. Klopper tried to draw a charge. No call either way. Here is Isaiah Buckmeyer on the inbound. Caleb Bird has him full court. Will Kirian draws a double team, and off the foot of Isaiah Buckmeyer. Great defense once again by the Mauldin Mavericks.
Will Kirian and Caleb Bird just trapping Buckmeyer in the corner there. Nowhere to go, and just it was tipped away by Bird, but comes off Buckmeyer's foot. And that's just incredible defense right there.
Caleb Bird has it. He'll reject a screen from Young going the other way. Bird to the basket. He goes up with the floater. It's good. Really athletic move by Caleb Bird. He has 10. Full court press from the Mavs again. A little bit lighter this time. Buckmeyer waves away his help. He crosses the timeline now. Double team comes from Williams. Another double team. They break it. Ivy out the Klopper. He'll pull a wide open 3. It's good. Timeout called by Hillcrest. First points of the game for David Klopper. It's a 3.
And that one's gonna frustrate McLean. When you press like that, you risk giving open 3s. But when nobody's running out to contest it, that's gotta be frustrating for a coach.
I think it was more of a product of what's going on. The 2 shots that Klopper had earlier were both bad misses. So I guess they're saying, let's let him have it. But we are up 18, but in a game that's closer than this, you don't want to give up easy shots like that. It would have been 21, now it's 18, and then Hillcrest called a timeout. Clock stopped at 4:42. It was only a 30-second timeout, so we're almost underway once again. Caleb Bird inbound to Kirian. Gave it back to Bird. Bird crosses the timeline. He'll try to post up in the open court. Here's Williams now. Back for Bird. Bird for Williams. Cannot catch it cleanly, but he has the ball now. Williams crosses over left, crosses over right. Will post up, and Handed off to Kieran. Coach McClain calls a play. Here's Drake Downs. Downs for Young. Young driving left. Young still driving left. Williams has it now. 4:09 left. Caleb Bird in the corner. He'll drive left. He'll pull up from about the free throw line. No good. Rebounded by Drake Downs. He'll go take a dribble and go up. Deflection. Should have been a jump ball, really. Drake Downs shot no good again. Young shot no good. Downs rebounds. He goes up no good, but he's fouled. So that's about 6 offensive fouls. Peter Murphy should be busy. Peter Murphy put the notepad down.
He's not busy. He is completely zoned out.
Anyone that had fouls on, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at Peter. I won't give it to anyone. Give 3 to Drake and then 1 to Jadavian. Nick Williams will check in for Jameson, I believe. Steven Dyer also into the game. Second free throw is no good. Drake Downs goes 1 and 2 from the line. Ahead for Dyer. Dyer keeps it in, and Young steals it away. Young going the other way. 5-on-3. Young, Euro steps, and that's going to be a charge. First one of the game for Jadavian Young. Second one of the half. Young tried to get to the side of Ivy, but the referee did not see it the same way. I'm fine with the charge call there, though. 6-3 is a foul count. Hillcrest has 6. Mauldin has 3. 3:37 left third quarter. Jeremy Bland has it. He's being guarded by Kieran. Bland hands it off to Dyer. Steven Dyer driving left to the basket. He's fouled. He's going up, so he'll shoot 2 free throws. I think it's going to be on Kieran. That foul will be on Will Kieran, his second. And a 4-team foul on Mauldin. First free throw is up and no good by Steven Dyer. Of course, Steven Dyer, a 3-sport athlete. You might be familiar with him. He is the punter and kicker for the Hillcrest team. He's also a winger for the soccer team. Second one's up and good. Here is James Tucker. He has the ball crossing the timeline. 50-32 is the score. 3:20 left. Drake Downs on the wing. Inside pass for Bird. Bird goes up. Contact, no foul. Gets his own rebound. Goes back up. That one's good. Caleb Bird now has 12. Here's Buckmeyer. Double team comes from Kieran. Bland has it now on the wing. Inside for Ivy. Ivy has it stolen away. Tucker keeps it in. And it will be Mauldin ball off of Bland.
And just great hustle there from Tucker to get the first tip away, but then to stick with it and throw it off Bland to go out of bounds.
Here's Will Kieran with the ball. Now Caleb Bird. Now Tucker. Downs has position. They get it to him, but good defense, good help defense by Bland on the rotation. Klopper has it now for Steven Dyer. Dyer back for Klopper. It was stolen by Tucker. And Tucker in a 3-on-2. Tucker Euro steps, and that is definitely a charge. 2 charges drawn by Zaire Ivory. Tucker has 3.
And that was a good play by Ivory. I mean,
IV, but yes.
Yeah, I mean, Tucker going for the Euro step. I mean, and Mauldin just, you accept that, you say good defensive play, move on.
Here is Buckmeyer crossing the timeline. Jay Cooper is ready to check into the game for the Mavericks. 2:23 left. In the corner, good defense by Young, who tipped it away from Klopper.
How about that pass, though? He looked a little bit more like Jaden Lucas than Jamison Tucker on that interception.
Cooper checks in for Young. It's Kieran, Tucker, Bird, Downs, and Cooper. Jeremy Bland has it now. He'll jab, step, then drive right. Kieran on him. Good defense again by Will Kieran. A tough shot not made. Ivy goes to work in the post, and that will be the 4th on Jay Cooper. And it looks like they might let him play. Ivy will shoot 2 free throws here. First one good. Those are his first points of the game. He'll shoot another one. It's up, and it is also good. Ivy goes 2-2 from the line. And Jeremiah Kamara will check in for Ivy. Kamara doesn't see a whole lot of minutes. He is only a sophomore. He does look super lanky and long, though. Here is Caleb Bird for Drake Downs. Here's Kieran. Back out for Tucker. Tucker pump fakes and drives. Shot's no good. Scramble for the ball. Kieran has it. Here's Drake Downs. Downs driving left. Kicks out for Tucker. Tucker drives right. Pump fakes. Spins. Fades. No good. Rebounded by Cooper. He is fouled. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I mean, that's Mauldin's game right there. This is where they win it. They get to take some of those riskier shots, those shots that you don't expect to go in all the time. But you take it and you trust either Drake Downs or Jay Cooper or Reddick Owens is going to get that rebound.
First free throw is good by Jay Cooper. He's 4 or 5 from the line tonight. Second free throw, no good, but rebounded by Caleb Bird. Kieran will pull a 3. It's good off the glass and the rim. 5 points on the night for Will Kieran. Here's Hilliard. Buckmeyer. Buckmeyer driving left. Kicks it out for Hilliard, who drives right into the basket. Kamara goes up. It's blocked by Kieran, but somehow a foul on him. Kieran will have 3. And both teams now in the bonus. With 1:13 left, Jeremiah Kamara will shoot 2 free throws. First one's up. It's no good.
And Kamara, as you mentioned, doesn't see the floor very often, so that makes these free throws that much tougher. I mean, not taking many free throws. I mean,
second one also no good.
Both hit back iron and don't go in.
Tucker gets the rebound and brings it up in the corner. Stratford will drive baseline, hands it off to Cooper. Cooper, they're going to call a travel. Really should have been a jump ball, though, if they got pinned in the air. That's got to be a jump ball.
I thought they had their hands on that ball, which either means it's a jump ball or he's allowed to come down.
Unless they called the steps before the shot. Here's Buckmeyer. He'll drive left on Stratford to the basket. His layup is good. He has 7. Kieran gets the inbound with 47 seconds left. And a foul on Drake Downs, an offensive foul. Has 15 fouls called in about 7 minutes and 15 seconds. DeAndre Graham has it now for Hillcrest. Shirt not tucked in. Clapper comes around some screens. Now Hilliard in the corner. Graham will pump fake, then drive left. Half spin, kicks out for Hilliard, who pulls a contested 3, no good. Rebounded by Tucker for 23. Ahead for Downs. Downs, he's fouled, and 1. Nice move by Drake Downs. He has 4 in the quarter. That foul. Who was that on? Was that on Graham? Oh, no, that was on Hilliard. Excuse me, my fault. His first of the game. And now 16 fouls called in the third quarter alone.
And, yeah, I mean, Drake Downs just using his size to eat up that contact and stay focused and throws it off the glass and gets the M1. Impressive play from the junior.
Second free throw, no good, but he gets the rebound.
That's why he walks out the shooter.
Go behind the back. In the corner here, Stratford Hill pull a 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Cooper, but an over-the-back foul. And if my count's right, he's done. Maybe he has 4 now. We'll see. He does have 5. Jay Cooper has fouled out in the third quarter.
Yeah, and that was unnecessary right there. There's no reason to try and go over the back to get that rebound. And it was a great game from Jay Cooper, and he goes out in the game where we don't really need him coming down the stretch, but that was a pretty silly foul to end it.
DeAndre Graham will shoot 1-and-1 free throws. Don't think anyone's betting on this game, but if he did, the spread was 25.8, and really close Hillcrest is currently covering. Score is now 58-37 as Graham made the first one. Second one, no good. Rebounded by Drake Downs. Downs will bring it up with 8. Tucker with 6. 5. Tucker to the basket. His acrobatic shot's no good. Hilliard at the buzzer will not get it off in time. A nice shot made by Sky Gray way after the buzzer. That is the end of the third quarter. 58-37.
You should just tell him that nobody understands.
And the problem is he's not talking fast because he slowed down. He's just like stringing his words together. He's not finishing his words.
Back in the way here, DJ Hilliard has the ball. Tucker seeing the trainer once again. Jeremy Bland has it. And both players left him, and Bland had an easy floater, a miscommunication from Williams and Downs. Here's Stratford. Reddick Owens up top. In the post, Drake Downs. Downs cannot ever control it cleanly, and it's out on Mauldin. 7:36 where the clock is stopped, with the score being 58-39. 9-8 the foul count. Both teams super close to having 2 shots on every foul. Buckmeyer has it now, driving right on Kiri into the basket. A nice pass finds Bland. His shot's blocked by Downs. Buckmeyer gets the rebound. He hit the underside of the backboard. Owens got the rebound, and Bland fouled him. Jeremy Bland now has 4.
And yeah, great hustle there from Drake Downs to come from the back and swat that away. And honestly, I mean, Drake's, I don't really want to call it a suspension because he is playing in the game, but Drake's discipline, it's coming in clutch right now with no Jay Cooper for the fourth quarter. We can rely on Drake Downs, who I don't believe he has any fouls. He started the second half without any fouls. We can confirm that.
He does have 1 foul. Free throw no good. Downs got the rebound. That was stripped away. Downs got it back, and that will be a jump ball. Ryan Smith and Drake Downs got tied up after Owens missed the 1-and-1 free throw.
Ball's going to stay with Mauldin.
The inbounder is Williams. In for Owens. Owens, a couple dribbles, spins. He's getting hacked. No foul ever called. DeAndre Graham has it now. McClain just has to sit back and stare at the rest. He already has a technical foul. Here's Hilliard.
That was awful right there. I don't know.
He got fouled 4 times. Did you say 4 too? Because he did get fouled 4 times. I said 4. I think you said 4. Buckmeyer's layup is no good. Ryan Smith, the putback, is good. Smith has 15 after not scoring at all in the third quarter. Here's Drake Downs to bring it up after breaking the press. Downs, hesitation, dribbles out, passes it off to Williams. In the post, here's Owens. Owens to the left hand. Throws some elbows. Here's Kirian. Kirian to the basket. Back for Owens. Never caught cleanly, but here's Stratford. Stratford, a nice move in the layup, and 1.
And Reddick got away with a couple elbows himself there. I mean, he said, I guess just testing the referees and saying, you're not going to call it on me. Let's see if you call it on them, and he doesn't. So
another player who doesn't see a whole lot of minutes, E.J. Smith checks in. He's wearing 2 different colored shoes.
I want to see if they're the same model, just different colorways. I don't think they are.
I don't even know, man. First free throw is good. 3-point play completed. And something was called there.
It's a pretty short break to
I
play
think
some music.
it might be a foul on Reddick Owens. No one really knows what happened, but Reddick Owens did get called for a foul, his third. And now both teams are in the double bonus with 6:26 left. And Buckmeyer will shoot 2 free throws. First one is good. Timeout called by Coach Adam McLean. Coach McLean is asking what Mr. Owens did. I wish you could hear what he said, but the music was going, so I didn't.
He agreed, but he doesn't really have a choice but to agree right now. But I mean, this honestly just feels like a discount Blythewood game. I mean,
I agree, actually.
the opponent's not nearly on the same level. Usually the game wouldn't nearly be as entertaining, but the Blythewood game wasn't very entertaining. But the amount of fouls are the exact same. If you didn't tune into that game, there were 17 fouls in the third quarter alone. 17. I mean, that's got to be over the average of fouls in a game. At least fouls and a half.
Buckmeyer will shoot another one. He made the first one. It's good. Score is 61-43, 6:24 left. Kieran being guarded by E.J. Smith. Here's Owens. Owens will have to drive. It was ripped away and a foul called on Hilliard, I believe. It is on DJ Hilliard, his second. Rare to see someone with only 2 fouls in this game, and that's DJ Hilliard. Reddick Owens will shoot 2 free throws. He already has 2 on the game.
And I believe
Jadavian Young will check in for Nick Williams. And Steven Dyer will check in for Jeremy Blaine. Or Hilliard, excuse me.
yeah, Hilliard.
Maybe Hilliard did have 5. I don't. It's kind of hard to see from this angle who the refs hold up for the numbers, but I had Hilliard only having 2. Maybe he did have 5 at the end. Owens will shoot 2 free throws. First one is up and good. Hillcrest players decide to box out even though it was 2 free throws. Good practice for them.
That's exactly what that is. And they haven't been boxing out very well tonight in general, so there you go.
That is true. Owens will shoot another. It's up. And no good. Rebounded by Drake Downs. He'll go up. Stripped away by Steven Dyer. Dyer ahead for Bland. Denver caught it cleanly, but his layup is no good. Rebounded by Kieran for Drake Downs. Downs bringing it up. Shafford will drive baseline. Kick it in for Owens. Owens goes up. Shot's no good. Rebounded by E.J. Smith. Smith will bring it up. Smith crosses over right. Smith in the corner, Dyer. Dyer will step back and pull a 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Buckmeyer twice. Buckmeyer goes up. Shot's no good. Rebounded again by Buckmeyer, out of bounds on Mauldin. Hillcrest ball.
Carter Taylor going to get the check back into the game. He checked on early in the first quarter and had some pretty solid minutes there early. So see if you can follow that up.
Timeout called by Hillcrest. They have 1 remaining. Mauldin has 2 remaining. Clock stopped at 5:35 because of the timeout. The score is 62-43. Here from the stable, Andrew Baxley, Ben Coggins, and the Golden Strip rivalry. I should have looked earlier, but there are some other games around the region as well. I need to pull those scores up. Of course, Teohana is still the only team undefeated along with the Mavericks. We will play them on Tuesday here at the stable. There is another game that needs to be rescheduled between these 2 teams. Final score between Burns and Spartanburg was 54-53. And that's the only score I could find. I was really hoping for Teohana Woodmont's score, but never got it. Off the inbound play, 3-pointer is no good. A couple tips out of bounds on Downs. Hillcrest ball. The inbounder is Dyer. In the corner, Buckmeyer. He'll pull a 3. Good contest by Kieran. Rebounded by Young. Young in a 3-on-1. He'll throw it up for Downs. Downs missed it. Rebounded by Kieran. He goes up. I think he missed it because the rim was still shaking. Injury timeout. But Drake Downs appears to be all good. Unselfish play by Jadavian Young, throwing it up for Downs, who unfortunately cannot complete the alley-oop.
Thankfully, Downs is okay. I think he might have hit his head on the rim or just
Did he really?
coming down. But, I mean, Downs just couldn't handle the ball when he went up for it, and that's why he couldn't finish the slam.
Shout out to head football coach Neesmith. He says Woodmont is beating T.O.Hanna 75-61. Shout out Coach Neesmith. Thanks for the score.
You said, wait, who's winning?
Woodmont by 14.
I'm happy to hear
that. That is a little bit surprising, if I'm being honest. Will Kieran behind the back dribbles. Carter Taylor has it now. Daniel Stratford will pull a 3 in the corner. It's good. First points. Actually, that was wrong. That's not the first points of the quarter for Stratford. He now has 18. In the post going to work is Ryan Smith. He'll spin and fade. Shot's good. That's a clean jumper by Ryan Smith. Kieran will bring it up for the Mavericks. Going to work in the post is Downs. He lost it. Recovered by Buckmeyer to Dyer. Dyer goes up. Layup no good. Rebounded by Drake Downs. Downs for Stratford. Stratford back for Downs. Downs. And that really should be a block because, I mean, Jeremy Bland was not set at all. But an offensive foul on Drake Downs, I really do not agree with that one.
Yeah.
You have to have both feet set when you're taking a charge in order for it to be a charge. And, I mean, Jeremy Bland was still shifting his feet. Carter Taylor checks out. David Shearer comes in.
I mean, between both games, the refs have been charge happy. I mean, it almost feels like if a defensive player falls to the ground, they're getting the charge.
And that actually was the final score between T.L. Hanna and Woodmont. Daniel Stratford will come in and help. E.J. Smith will pull a shot. It's no good. Rebounded by Kieran. 3:55 left, but that is a huge game in terms of who gets the second seed in this region and who makes the playoffs. Daniel Stratford pulls a deep jumper. It's no good. And Young gets it back. He'll pass it out to Shearer. Kieran will pull a straightaway 3. No good. Rebounded by Young. Stolen away by Buckmeyer. Eventually we'll find Buckmeyer on a scramble. Here's Isaiah Buckmeyer with it. He'll drive left on Kieran. Good defense by Will Kieran. Shot no good. Rebounded by Drake Downs. Downs to bring it up. Ahead for Young. Young to the basket. His shot's no good. Put back no good by Drake Downs. And cherry picking is Buckmeyer. And Buckmeyer's layup is good.
And that result with Woodmont and Hanna, I mean, that's big. Not only for Woodmont, obviously it's huge for Woodmont, but it honestly helps us out. If we were to split the season series with T.L. Hanna, the only team I really see us losing to, now we still win the region.
In the corner, David Shearer will pull a 3. It's airballed, rebounded by E.J. Smith. 65-47 the score. Spinning to the basket is Buckmeyer. His layup is good. And a timeout called by Hillcrest. That's their last one. Checking into the game for the Mavericks is Owens and Taylor. And Coach McClellan is telling them to stay on the floor. The 5 on the floor for Shearer, Owens, Taylor, Kieran, and Stratford.
I don't think McLean's gotten out of his chair since the technical foul.
I don't think he has either.
I mean, he
can.
I mean, it's pretty funny to watch, but I mean, McLean just didn't even have a huddle for that timeout.
I think it was more of a timeout to get some of the younger players into the game. Here's David Shearer. He'll pull a 3. It's no good. And a bounce Mauldin ball.
David Shearer, his biggest 2 games were against Seneca and Hillcrest, 13 and 15 respectively.
And
all those points coming from behind the arc.
And those are the only 2 times he's scored in a game this year. He either has 13 plus or 0.
You talked about Daniel Shafford being a roller coaster.
Transition pull 3 pulled by Spurgeon. It's no good. Rebounded by Stratford. 2 minutes left, fourth quarter. In the corner, Kieran. Kieran to the basket. Will pull up. Shot is good. That's a generous rim bounce right there. And it'll benefit Mr. Kieran. Spurgeon, couple crossovers. Spins, stolen by Stratford. Stratford in a 2-on-1. Stratford to the basket. Looked like there was some contact. No foul. Tipped out of bounds by Kieran.
I mean, it's junk time, so I mean, I can appreciate them not calling that foul to kind of wind the game down, but that was
Really
a
shouldn't
foul.
have been a foul.
There was a shove in the back before he went up.
Jamal Jones checks in for Will Kieran.
Jamal Jones still looking for his first varsity points. The only player on the team to not have scored this season, so hopefully he can get it here.
Here's Steven Dyer. Now Sky Gray driving right to the basket. His up and under layup is good. He has 5 on the game. And Parker Wingate is ready to check in. Carter Taylor for David Shearer. Shearer driving left to the basket. He goes up. It's no good. It's rebounded by Kamara. Stolen away by Stratford. He goes up, and that layup is good. By far, Mauldin's leading scorer tonight is Daniel Stratford. Here's Spurgeon. Spurgeon trying to spin, a half spin, hands off to Ivy. Ivy for Gray. Gray got away with the carry. Good defense there by Carter Taylor, and the rebound by Taylor ahead for Stratford with 45 left. Stratford all the way to the basket, then kicks out for Shearer, who pulls a 3. It's good.
Well, I believe we're about to see the end of that streak of 13 plus or 0. Because I don't see him getting 13 in 35 seconds.
That would be crazy. Just to say the least.
He did get 9 against Seneca and pretty much under a minute and a half at least.
If anyone can do it, it's definitely David Shearer. You can see him hitting 4 threes in a row, but with 35 seconds, that's really difficult.
I just want to see Jamal Jones score.
I want to see Jamal Jones score as well. Sky Gray has it. Here's Ivy.
He's going to have to get a steal and get it on a breakaway because Coach McClain's going to make him hold it.
Here's Ivy once again. Some dance moves by Spurgeon. Spurgeon will pull a 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Parker Wingate, then stolen by Sky Gray. A nice move to the basket by Dyer, no good. Rebounded by Taylor. Ahead to Shearer out of bounds. Clock stopped at 6.2. I think Carter Taylor just needs to take his time when he gets a rebound and find the man that is looking for the ball because David Shearer was open, but David Shearer wasn't looking for the ball.
I mean, Jamal Jones wanted it, but I mean that's just Parker Wingate and David Shearer not getting many minutes. I mean, one of the two has to go up and grab that ball. Both of them just kind of watched it go out of bounds.
An interesting timeout called by Hillcrest. Maybe they're just drawing up a scenario for if they needed a shot like this late in the game with 6 seconds left.
I just want to see Jamal. I just want to see Jamal pick off the inbound pass
and dunk it.
I think 6 seconds is probably going to have to be at least a midi. I just want to see Jamal Jones find a way to score.
We'll see the speed if he does get the steal. I don't know how fast he is. We don't see his open court speed a whole lot, or really ever.
I mean, Will Kieran showed us against Man how quick he can fly down the court. I don't think I've seen anybody on the team run that fast. I don't think I've seen a Mauldin basketball player run that fast since I've been here.
And unless you count A.J. Jackson.
True.
Sky Gray off the inbound. Mauldin plays no defense, and Gray missed the shot. Jamal Jones got it. A full court. So close to the first career points for Jamal Jones.
That would have been. I don't think Coach McClain's going to be happy with that, but I don't blame him for going for it.
I definitely don't blame him for going for it. That would have been an amazing way to get your first career point.
And the thing is, if he makes it, he probably doesn't play again for the rest of the season. But Mauldin Hillcrest, that may have just been a little bit of pettiness from Mauldin. Hillcrest wanted to draw up, as you said, some kind of scenario where they need to hit a last-minute shot. But Mauldin, they just sit in the paint. They don't do anything.
And Coach McClain telling his players to not leave yet. I don't know what that's about.
I going on with the Mauldin team here. They're not leaving the floor. I believe they're just waiting for Hillcrest to clear out before they did.
All right, so final points tallies will start off with Hillcrest. Isaiah Buckmeyer had 13, Sky Gray had 5, Sean Lindsay had 5, DeAndre Graham had 1, Jeremy Bland had 2, David Klopper had 3, Stephen Dyer had 1, Ryan Smith had 17, and Zaire Ivy had 2, switching over to Mauldin. Daniel Stratford had 20, Nick Williams had 8, Caleb Bird had 14, Jay Cooper had 9, Drake Downs had 5, Will Kieran had 7, Jadavian Young had 6, and Reddick Owens and David Shearer both had 3.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and get my player of the game. I like to go for the less obvious picks. The obvious pick is Daniel Stratford. I'm gonna let you have Daniel. I'm gonna go with Drake Downs. Doesn't get to play the first half. A disciplinary action from Coach McLean. Has to sit out the first half, but in the first half showed some maturity. Didn't sit on the bench. Didn't pout. Was out there celebrating with his teammates, hyping his guys up, and then when he gets checked in, had an incredible second half, grabbing plenty of rebounds and putting up 5 points. Drake Downs showed us a lot today, maturity-wise.
One note on the 20 points from Daniel Stratford: set his season high and tied his career high. Shout out Daniel Stratford for an impressive scoring performance. But that will do it here for us tonight. Not sure what Kevin's doing on the camera right now. But as a reminder, next game is Tuesday at home against Teohana. And then Friday of that week, we will travel to Wade Hampton to play them for the second time this year. And that's a place where I know I have some nightmares of, but I'm sure James Tucker, Coach McLean, some of the guys who were on the team last year, they have some nightmares about that gym too. A super nice gym, but just nightmares about what goes on in that gym. But that will do it for us here tonight. For Kevin Silva, Landon Myers, Ben Coggins, Brendan Brest, Peter Murphy, we thank you guys for tuning in. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you Tuesday.
Yeah, my rebounds